brand new at 11. He was Mr. Basketball in 1993, and 6 years later, the star had fallen and he began serving a 20-year prison sentence. Now, more than 20 years after the peak of his career, we're checking in with Maurice Kojak Fuller. RTV6's Ebony Monet has more on how the Anderson native is using his life experience to reach out to kids.
If you was gonna give up, you should have gave up a long time ago.
Maurice Kojak Fuller works to change lives.
So guess what? Giving up is not an option for you anymore.
He tells his story connecting to teens in the Anderson juvenile detention system.
Just because I'm here don't mean I have to stay here. Because Kojak used to be there, and look where he's at now.
Fuller's story starts in Anderson, from practicing jump shots in his grandmother's backyard to Anderson High School's all-time leading scorer.
Kojak, get it right here. 15-footer, there it is. There it is. He's the new all-time leader.
Kojak was good from the day he stepped on the floor as a freshman. In fact, he got into the game quite a bit.
So good, in 1993, Fuller got one of the state's top high school athletic honors, Mr. Basketball.
It was very addictive to get that type of attention.
The positive attention faded after Madison County authorities arrested Fuller for selling cocaine near the school where he became a local star.
Outside three. And that's 13. That ties Troy Lewis.
Kojak wanted to go to trial. In fact, I believe he made the statement at the time that no jury in Anderson was going to send Mr. Basketball to prison.
A jury did convict him, and a judge sentenced him to 20 years.
I allow man's words to build me up, to put me on the pedestal, and they put me on the pedestal based off of what I done, which was play basketball. And when I made my mistake, then the words that put me up on the pedestal were the same words that, you know, pointed the finger.
But Kojak says the finger pointers didn't know his inner struggles.
No one really took enough interest in me to really see what was going on the inside of me.
Inside, he says he was haunted by sexual abuse and the lack of response from his mother and grandmother.
The two people that I trusted to provide and protect me, you know, I told them and nothing happened. So it was like that gave my cousin a license to touch me.
Fuller turned to basketball and girls.
I'm saying to myself as a 12-year-old young boy, I said, man, I'm not like this. I'm not like this. So to help me understand that I wasn't like that, I said to myself, every young lady I come in contact with, I'm having sex with her. To convince myself I'm not like that.
By 1999, Fuller was in prison, leaving behind 5 children.
Even Job said it, you know, man that is born of a woman is a few days and full of trouble.
His relationship with God started behind bars, and news of it 7.5 years into his sentence led to Fuller's early release.
I think he caught on sooner. Some people don't, but I think he figured it out with the sentence that he had served, and we brought him back.
Now, when mentoring kids in trouble, Kojak tells them about the light of God, saying it doesn't dim like the spotlight.
To live for Christ, and it's not based on what you do, but it's based on what he's done, to where it really helped me that I don't have to try to perform for God. And that's how I got into the spotlight, was based off of performance.
And by the end of his high school basketball career, Kojak Fuller scored 2,062 points. That's a record he still holds today.